before we start, I don't normally do this, but after the recording, I felt kind of uncomfortable about the decision that I had made involving Naomi with the whole if I were to talk to her or not, because I was like, ooh, like I was starting to think about it, and I'm like, it's probably best if I have no contact with her, because, you know, I don't want to get her involved, and she's like doing her own thing. So I went back and changed my decision to not even say hi to her or anything, just go on by, like, because I felt like that was more in line with how we've played up until this point and how I've kind of thought about things. Last time I was like, saying hi won't be a problem. But I think maybe later down the line it might be a problem. Who knows? I just felt really uncomfortable about it, so I went back and changed that. So if it is referenced or isn't referenced, that's what it is. Anyway, the three of us sit in silence, which is gonna this is gonna be weird. There's something surreal about me, numeral 4 and Alan all hiding in a room together like this. The fact that Alan had agreed to this proves that I'm right. He's avoiding the police. I figured he was a monster before, but his fight with numeral 11 made it all the more clear. His skills have nothing to do with him being a man or his massive build. I'm willing to bet that he could take on an armed police officer and win. But even he doesn't want to turn the entire police force against him. I don't think anyone does. God, this is gonna be the most awkward situation. Shigetsugu comes along to rescue us from the suffocating silence. Are we good? We all good now? Do you think we'll become friends with Alan for some reason? I bet you're like always hungry though. Even though he just literally ate like an hour ago. Hey, that curry's fucking... Rinka made that curry with love. Uh-oh. It's like, let's not talk about that. He removes the leftovers from the fridge and pours it all into a pot before Alan even gets a chance to answer. Hey, you see? We're gonna be like best friends. It's gonna be the Alan and Rinka show. It's gonna be great. Oh no. She's like, what the fuck? He takes a seat at the table as expressionless as ever. As much as I want to flee right away, I'm a bit too concerned right now. It's kinda iffy. Not for now. That's why he just said not for now. He's got his reasons. God damn it.
そっか、よくわかんないけど、敵じゃないならまあ、いっか。それより、お姉ちゃんのカレー、とっても美味しいんだよ。
As long as you're not a baddie, I don't have to go super soldier and kick your ass.
そうか。
でね。
He's so excited. I started to panic as I listened to the painful exchange. The lack of emotion in Alan's face makes it impossible to tell when he'll explode over numeral 4 acting overly friendly.
貴様はどうしてあの老人と一緒にいる？
貴様？
A runt.
君のことだ。
She's not that much of a run. I mean, come on.
おじいちゃんがね、僕を拾ってくれたんだよ。僕、記憶喪失ってやつみたいだったから。
I have this thing, I guess. I don't know.
そうか。3番の男を退かせたのも体に技術が身についていたというわけか。
それ話しちゃっていいんだ。
Listen, Alan's able to discern anything from anything you say, so it doesn't really matter. I'm surprised by how readily he divulges such crucial info. Alan may not be the enemy for now, but that's no reason to go and tell him your life fucking story.
あなたは
アレンでいい。
Ah, we're gonna start using code words. I wasn't sure how to address him, but he wasted no time in providing a fake name. He must be aware that I know his true name. I consider doing the same, but I'll leave it alone unless he asks.
アレンさんはこの後どうするつもりなんですか？
物騒な話は食事を終えてからでもよかろう。
He's gonna be like, go threaten some, punch some babies, you know, and do all the things. Shigetsugu butts in as he brings the curry over. He only carries 2 plates, since neither him nor me will be having any. Alan nods in response to that proposition. When I think about it, Alan's from India. Knowing that someone from the land of curry is about to eat my rendition of it makes me a touch nervous.
おいしい。
Oh god, I'm nervous too.
これは
My gut sinks the moment he takes a bite. There's a huge contrast between the slow, disinterested way he eats in comparison to how numeral 4 wolfs his down. Wait, why am I even nervous at all? Yeah, Rinka.
こんなところまで似ているとはな。
Is Alan actually smiling? What is this? When I notice he said something, my eyes meet his.
家族がかつて戯れに日本のカレールーを買ってきたことがあるだけだ。
奥さんとかですか？
He glares at me in response. Too much, Rinka. Stop it.
僕のことを探っているのか？
No. Rinka is not that kind of girl, alright? She's just curious.
否定はしませんけど、深い意味はありませんでした。
Rinka! She's like, maybe?
そうか。もっとも、これは一般に知られている情報だが、僕は未婚だ。家族というのは配偶者の意味ではない。
I didn't think a guy like Alan Scorpion would be married.
ごちそうさま。
The tension is dispersed thanks to that outburst, but I'm so glad he has no idea how to read between the lines. Oof. I never expected Alan to talk about family, though. It's pretty normal for most people, but I somehow thought he was one of those rare swords who had no attachment to them, or really an attachment to anything. That aside, I'll assume he didn't think the curry tasted bad since he didn't say anything about it.
スプーンを使うのはそんなに珍しいか？
Is it? Maybe here, but...
いや、そんなことも思ってもなかったですけど。
I mean, fuck, man. I gotta use my utensils. I can't use, like, chopsticks or anything crazy, you know? Thinking about it, I guess I always do imagine people from India eating curry without utensils. What do you mean? I guess they only do that when eating it with naan, but since he's eating Japanese curry, I don't think about it until he brings it up. The look on his face as he asks, though, it's so meek I can't help but bursting out into laughter.
僕の国は日本では偏見を強く持たれているらしいな。
Jesus Christ, he knows exactly what I'm thinking. God, we're fucked.
いや、そうじゃなくって。
Rinka actually laughing. This is crazy, man. We're getting a whole lot of weirdness. He seems a little peeved, judging by the tone of voice. My nerves, coupled with the fact that he always seems impossible to read, make it all the harder to hold my laughter back. He eventually brushes me off. He hands numeral 4 his plate and spoon to be taken to the sink. Wow. He liked my food. Kneel before me, Alan. Not long after, Shigetsugu makes tea for all 4 of us. Alan takes a whiff of the tea before switching his cup with Shigetsugu's before taking a sip. His face contorts immediately. Listen, he's an old man, he's poor, it's not even tea. It's basically water with shit in it. Just deal with it. I can't tell if it's an issue with Shigetsugu's so-called blend or Japanese tea in general, but he's more expressive than I'd expect. Meanwhile, numeral 4 is rolling his head around on the table out of boredom until Alan breaks the silence. I just imagine that too, just
さて、重次。僕には少し発音がしづらい名前だが、それはいい。僕の目的はすでに分かっているな。
わしらの情報、カードじゃろ。
Well, back to this.
ああ。最終的にはここにいる全員を脱落させるが、そう欲張りはしない。
Well, you ain't gonna eliminate us. We're Rinka. We can get out of any situation.
意外じゃの。わしらを脅迫してでも情報を集めると思ったがの。
I mean, that's his usual MO, but, you know, things have changed.
その少年は記憶喪失と言っていた。であれば、脅したところでカードは出てこないだろう。
Plus, we have fucking the boy here. Fucking super soldier boy over here just going crazy if anything happens.
そして君も同じだ。未だ手がかりがない。これは僕の勘ではあるが、まさか君も自分のカードを忘れているのではと思っている。
He literally has no evidence, but he just knows. He just fucking knows.
不確定にもかかわらず、強引な手段に出れば、長期的に見て不利になる。
Amazing how he can say that after what he pulled with Kaiko. And he thinks numeral 4 is a girl. It proves that even he makes mistakes. We've all made that mistake. Shigetsugu said that Alan's actions seemed desperate. I feel like that applies even more with what he did with Kaiko. However, I'm surprised that not knowing the contents of my own cards could work out for me like this. As for for Alan's comment, numeral 4 is the first to respond.
勝手なこと言わないでよ。それはおじいちゃんが脱落するってことじゃないか。
I mean, he wants to eliminate all of us, so.
そんなことさせないよ。この人は今から敵。
God, he's just like a single track mind shits.
落ち着くんじゃ。わしが嫌じゃと言ったらどうするつもりじゃ。
予想はついているだろう。ここまで来た以上、ただ引き返すことはできない。
Well.
やっぱり僕がこの人を。
Let me at him.
わしはお主らが傷つくのを見たくはない。それにアレンと言ったか。お主はまずそこの娘を狙うじゃろ。
でしょうね。
I'll doubt that. I'm ready to make my escape whenever necessary, but I doubt I can even reach the hall safely should Alan target me for real. I could negotiate with him thanks to all the information I have on Shigetsugu, but right now I'd rather maintain the status quo.
わしの情報を教えよう。ただし条件がある。
聞かせろ。
That you grow a heart.
わしが脱落するまでの間、この家を守ってほしいということじゃ。11の女性はわしの家を狙うじゃろうからの。
Ooh, I like where this is going.
わしやこの子が傷つかんよう守ってほしいんじゃ。
That's pretty good terms.
僕があの女から貴様らを守ったとしてもう一つ懸念があるのはわかるな。
He casts his gaze over to me. Hey! I ain't no issue. I'm Rinka.
わかりました。アレンさんが牛塚さんの条件を飲むなら、私は牛塚さんの指名を行いません。
Dude, Rinka is not gonna elect anybody during this whole game. Okay, maybe she will. Probably at some point. Who knows?
ちょっと待ってよ。いらないよ。あの人が来ても僕がおじいちゃんを守るよ。
Boy. Calm down, boy! The kid's visibly flustered, but it's Alan who opts to respond.
まだわからないのか。
Oh my burbles.
何が？
Stop antagonizing each other.
重次は君を傷つけたくないと言っているんだ。
Yeah, exactly. See? Settle down, kid.
僕を？
あなたにもわかるんですね。家族がいるからですか？
その質問には答えない。
Fuck.
そうなの？おじいちゃん。
当然じゃ。
The fuck you think this is? Of course he's right.
お前は強いかもしれん。じゃが、わしはお前が怪我をするところは見たくない。
Oh, this old man. This old man's got the heart.
でも僕が勝てれば。
Then you might actually die. And I'm not that wrong.
思い上がらない方がいい。僕が君と本気で戦うとなれば手加減はしない。
We can't actually die, so it's okay. But, yeah.
無傷で済むとはわしには思えん。
I mean, fuck. He fended off Frederico and Audette, but he didn't really fight Audette, really. So, yeah, who knows how this fight would turn out. It's clear that Shigetsugu sees him as family. There's a direct parallel to what he's saying now and Kaiko's actions when Alan took her son hostage. Alan's face is as expressionless as ever, so I can't tell if he created this situation on purpose or it's a mere coincidence.
おじいちゃん。僕がおじいちゃんの敵をやっつけるから喜んでくれると思ったのに。
I mean, he's grateful, I guess.
おじいちゃんがこの人たちのカードを集めれば守れるんじゃないの？
同じことじゃ。彼らから情報を引き出すのは容易ではない。
He just wants to live and have us all live peacefully.
悪いが家族ごっこは後でやってくれ。一つ目の条件は飲もう。ただし選定の日までどこかの部屋を提供してもらう。
Do we have does he have an extra room in this place? He clarifies his reasoning after seeing Shigetsugu's surprise.
僕としてもこの国で自由に動けない。数日でも滞在先ができるのは悪い条件ではない。
いいじゃろ。ただし二つ目の条件も飲んでこそじゃぞ。
Oh god, there's more conditions.
分かっている。
いい。
Oh, no, not. My brain died there mid shits. Numeral 4 stands up mid conversation, almost in a deliberate attempt to interrupt them.
もういいよ。
Damn, what do you mean?
ちょっと。
Yeah, Rinka, settle him down. Well, there he goes. He leaves the room immediately. Alan doesn't seem phased, but the same can't be said about Shigetsugu.
すまんが少し待っていてくれ。
Okay. Don't leave me in the room with him alone. There's no reason to worry about his safety on the streets at night, but it's entirely possible he could start something with the police if they approach him. Leaving Alan here by himself is too risky, though. Oh, so I'm just left with him. That's fucking cool. It's pretty scary to sit here all alone with him, but I stay behind regardless.
やれやれだ。
That's what I'm saying.
あなたのこと勘違いしていました。もっと常識がない人だと。
Well, when, some of your first interactions of him are killing babies, there, there's only so much you could assume.
そうか。
Perhaps buying time through conversation isn't my best idea since I'm no good at it, and he makes it a point to say as little as possible. Yeah, well. Hello? We back? 10 minutes pass and not a single word is exchanged. Awkward. Alan sits silent. The only action of note is when he blinks. I thought it'd be okay, but it's starting to get to me.
リンカ、君は
Hey! I don't answer questions.
はい。
He's so abrupt that I struggle not to jump out of my skin.
生きたいのか？君の行動は生きたい人間の行動には見えない。
You're right, we're probably gonna die. But, I can't say he's wrong. I never even stopped going to school after Divine Selection began. Not like he knows that. He's likely basing his claim off the way I've involved myself with other participants. In all honesty, I'm not even sure how I ended up in this situation myself. But what I do know is that it's all been due to my own judgment. As often as I've questioned how my life is worth, how much my life is worth, I've never once resigned to the idea that I'm fine with being eliminated. When I put all that together, it's easy to answer his question.
私は生きたいです。あなたには非効率的に見えるかもしれないですけれど、これが私の生き方なんです。きっと。
It's just Rinka, well, being Rinka. These may be extraordinary circumstances, but I'm not built to adapt to them. Average is all I know. I'm easily influenced and prone to sticking my nose into what I shouldn't. That's me. That's what defines Shishimai Rinka. Oh, Rinka.
愚問だったようだ。病院で君の瞳を見たとき、僕はとっくにそのことに気づいていた。
My intimidating, scary red eyes that everyone's frightened of. Maybe it's my imagination, but I think I see him throw a faint smile as he says that.
リンカの生き方がどこまで通用するのか見させてもらおう。
That it's just like, and not far. Well,
どちらにせよ、君自身が忘れているなら、問い詰めても君の情報は引き出せなさそうだ。
どこでそれを？
君は選定のルールを忘れていたな。自身のカードを忘れていても不思議ではない。死因や未練を自覚していないからこそ身をさらして行動できるのだろう。
I mean, I feel like if I didn't know my own death and regret or anything, I'd probably be like, you know, I would feel like there's not a care in the world, because if I don't remember, no one else can.
もっとも、それはあの少年も同じではあるな。ああいった手合いは他の参加者を脱落させてカードを得るほかないだろう。
It really was obvious that I'd forgotten everything about divine selection during my first visit to the Court of Fate, especially after my discussion with Maharu and meeting Parsa to explain things over to me from scratch. Had he taken the possibility that I forgot my own cards in consideration ever since?
アランさんはあの子の情報を得るために牛塚さんの条件を飲んだんですか？
その意図はなかったな。だがなるほど。ここにいれば何か手がかりが得られるのだな。
Thanks, Rinka. Just fucking give him ideas.
あの無防備な少年だ。何かの表紙に話してもおかしくはないか。記憶喪失というが、例えば夢というのは深層心理が呼び起こされる場合もあるから。寝言などか。さすがにそれは都合が良すぎるか。しかし、なるほど。君の言う通りだな。
I mean, we got a glimpse of his past and through his dreams when he was talking. Cutting the conversation off here seems wise. The last thing I want is for him to somehow extract information about Maharu from me. No. Not our sweet dear Maharu. She set it up so everyone thinks we'd had a falling out, but at this rate, I might end up spilling the beans on that and more. Saying that aside, I'm surprised he's agreed to Shigetsugu's terms so quickly. Assuming what he said is true, then it isn't just because he sees value in doing so. There's more to it. He let his emotions take the wheel, from what I can tell. Not like I'll ever say that to his face.
ようやく戻るか。
Are they about to stroll on back?
足音が聞こえた。玄関まで行ってやればいい。心配するな。僕はここでじっとしている。約束を保護にされてもかなわん。
He's right. I do hear noises coming from the entrance. I make my way over to welcome them back. Uh-oh. And we're launched out of the window. No. 5 minutes or so minutes after he begins his search, Shigetsugu found the person he was looking for on his way back home.
ここにおったか、ユウ。
どこかへ行こうとしたけど、僕は記憶がないから他に行く場所なんてなかった。
Feels bad, man. Shigetsugu referred to numeral 4 as you, but that wasn't his real name. It was a name Shigetsugu gave the boy upon their first encounter.
おじいちゃんは僕のこと嫌いになったの？
He couldn't hate you.
そんなわけなかろう。
ならどうしておじいちゃんが脱落、死んじゃうようなことを言うの？おじいちゃんが死んだら僕は一人になっちゃう。
Oh, this is getting real feels baddy, man.
本当の家族じゃないから。
本当の家族が無条件に一緒にいるとも限らんよ。
Oh, that's so true. Oh. He cast a solemn gaze up at the night sky as he spoke. Having lost his wife far too soon, Shigetsugu spent his days battling loneliness. Meanwhile, his son got married soon after graduating college and getting hired into a financing company. Shigetsugu got along with his daughter-in-law at first, but things changed when she became pregnant. Perhaps it was more accurate to say that Shigetsugu changed. Knowing a baby was on the way, both made the decision to move out. Shigetsugu's son was gradually moving up the corporate ladder, so it felt like it was the right time to go. And that was when Shigetsugu's battle with loneliness reached its zenith. The stress that caused him led to outbursts of violence. His attitude took a drastic turn, and he became stubborn over the most minor of things. He would complain about his daughter-in-law's cooking for no reason. His actions eventually led to their hastened departure from Shigetsugu's home. The loneliness and self-hatred that followed changed him even more. They did get back in touch years later, but nothing ever came of it. Shigetsugu's issues eventually led him to gambling, which he used as a means to distract himself. This, in turn, led him to racking up more and more debt to the point that it almost affected his son's family. It was then that they cut all ties with him. Years later, he visited their home, only to find that no one was living there. They had just up and vanished. Perhaps they thought the exact same thing about Shigetsugu, considering how little contact he made with the outside world. Oh.
そうだったね。おじいちゃんが話してくれた。
悪いのはわしじゃ。じゃが、お主はそれを知ってもわしと一緒にいてくれた。他に行く場所がないから、などという利害関係だけでないことはよくわかっておる。
利害？よくわからないけど。うん。僕はおじいちゃんが好きだから一緒にいたんだ。お馬さんを見たり、ボートも見たりした。何より一人ぼっちの僕を助けてくれた。記憶がない不安よりもこの家にいられる安心の方が大きいよ。
Over a month has passed since divine selection began. Both Shigetsugu and Yu have spent the majority of that time together. To others, their relationship may be fundamentally flawed. To Shigetsugu, however, their relationship was that of a true family.
ユウ、わしはお前を家族だと思っておる。
僕もそうだよ。おじいちゃんは僕の唯一の家族だ。
Oh, that's some, Oh. There was no preface to his... preface to his statement. For you, the present took precedence over his lost memories. His words were proof of that.
じゃが、わしは死ぬ。お前たち若い連中は運命のいたずらのようなもので本来の寿命よりも随分早くに命を落としてしまったんじゃろうが、わしは違う。
He's like, I've already lived my life. Ugh.
あの日、腰を痛めなかったとしても、もう追い先は長くなかったんじゃ。わしの願いは、できるだけ長くお前と過ごすことじゃった。ささやかな願いじゃった。だからこそ、必死に生きようとする者たちに拒まれたんじゃ。
わからないよ。難しくって。僕にはおじいちゃんが言っていることがわからない。
Use smaller, not words, ideals, idea. Yeah, there we go.
言う。これからの生き方はお前が決めるんじゃ。
僕が？
ああ。生きたいと思うんじゃったら選定を勝ち残るんじゃ。思わない。そう思えないんじゃったらわしは止めはせん。
We'll have to go up against him because we're weak.
決められないよ。僕はそんなもの。
決めねばならんのじゃ。わしは数日後にはもう死んだことになっているんじゃからな。
嫌だ。嫌だよ。おじいちゃん。
I mean, like you said, he didn't have much time left anyway, in terms of, like, even before this happened, regardless of the back thing, so he was growing more and more upset as the conversation carried on. Shigetsu, on the other hand, remained as calm as ever.
お前にユウという名前を与えたのはわしの過ちじゃったかもしれん。記憶喪失じゃからか知らんが、まさかその名前でカードが作られるとは思わんかった。
I was literally just about to ask, because your name is what in your heart you believe yourself to actually be, would that mean because he named him you, that would be his name and the card would actually appear? And well, that answers my question.
お前は自身のカードを忘れていることが強みじゃったが、それを一つ奪ってしまったからの。
そんなことない。おじいちゃんが名前をつけてくれて僕は嬉しかった。だって自分の名前もわからなかったんだもん。
それは嬉しいわい。ならばわしの願いは一つじゃ。無理に生きろなどとは言わん。ただ誰かに何かを与える喜びだけは知ってほしいんじゃ。
That's like how he had given you his name. Not only a name, but a place to call home.
わしも優に大切なものをもらって死ねる。
僕がおじいちゃんに何かをあげた？
そうじゃ。
ダメだ。やっぱり僕にはわからないよ。何もわからない。
Listen, let the old man speak in cryptics. He'll tell you here soon enough.
じゃったら徐々にわかるようになればいいんじゃ。その時には その喜びもちゃんと理解できるじゃろ。
Shigetsugu rested a hand on Yu's head before patting it. His words and actions were cheerful despite the context of their conversation. Meanwhile, Yu was unable to find his answer. He had not accepted his reality. At the same time, that state of mind made him all the more susceptible to what Shigetsugu had to say. So eventually, he came to understand what was about to transpire. Ishizuka Shigetsugu was going to die, and there was absolutely nothing he could do about it. Oh. I happen to overhear their conversation because Rinka. I don't intend to, but that's no excuse. I don't catch the entire thing, but one important detail doesn't slip by me. You. The moment Shigetsugu called numeral 4 that, my book began to glow. Yup. The resulting card contains nothing but those 2 letters. I'm glad Alan wasn't nearby when it happened. Things will only get more complicated if any of them learn that I now know his name. I repeat the name to myself. I figured that Shigetsugu had given him a name, but I never expected that name to be on this card. This would have been far more difficult to believe if I hadn't had that conversation with Maharu about one's perception of one's name. Yeah, that's exactly. Thank you, Maharu. What did Shigetsugu have in mind when giving him that name, though? Surely there's some meaning behind it. It's probably like his son's name or something like that. Doesn't matter. I've somehow ended up with all 3 of Yu's cards, but I don't have it in me to elect either of them now. If Alan elects Shigetsugu, logic dictates that I elect Yu. I try my best to convince myself that's what I need to do, but that's not easy. Oh god, could we do that? Can 2 elections take place in one night? We make our way back to the living room after I meet them at the entrance. Another conversation starts up as we have all gathered, but it dies off pretty fast.
すまんの、待たせてしまった。
No problem.
構わない。僕からは特に話すことはない。僕のために部屋を用意すればそれでいい。
うん、分かっておる。
Well, Yu still isn't happy about the scenario, but regardless, the conversation's over. Knowing that, I decide to make my way back home, a bit far later than I planned.
君も11番の女に狙われるかもしれない。
Fuck.
はい。
Oh no. I'm gonna get in my broken house and gonna get my house broken into and shit.
もっとも、あの女は僕の方を狙ってくるだろうな。ああいうタイプは決着をつける方を優先する。
Oh, okay, we're good. You see, Audette like drop kicked us through the fucking wall. Well, not through the wall, but like wham up against the wall.
それはこっちの少年が狙われる可能性もあるということではあるが、僕がいる限り心配はしなくていい。約束は守る。
I find it so weird that we're working with Alan, technically, in a weird roundabouty way. I'm so stunned by his apparent concern for me that I struggle to find a way to respond. What is with this guy? First he threatens to kill a baby without hesitation. It wasn't just a baby, it was several babies. Then he agrees to Shigetsugu's terms that don't entirely benefit him. To top it all off, now he's worrying about my safety.
バイバイ、お姉ちゃん。ご飯、とっても美味しかった。忘れないよ。
うん、ありがとう。まだちょっと残ってるから、お腹が空いたら食べてね。
There's still some left? What the fuck?
うん。さて、わしが見送ろう。
I thought we ate it all. We then make our way out of the living room.
そんな、玄関まででよかったのに。
Shigetsugu follows me outside rather than seeing me off at the entrance. It's uncommon for us to be alone together, so I take this chance to clear my doubts.
牛塚さんが脱落したら、ゆうくんはどこで暮らすつもりだったんですか？
Oh, so you heard his name.
盗み聞きとは趣味が良くないの。
We're sleuthing without trying to.
わざとです。あなたがつけた名前なんですよね。
fuck. Never mind. We were totally trying.
そうじゃ。あの子は優しいけれど勇気もある子じゃ。勇という響きは日本人らしくもあり、外国人らしくもあるじゃろ。勇、勇、勇、勇。まさか本当の名前としてカードが作られるとは思わなかったがの。
Thought he was like he was just repeating just going crazy there for a second.
私の推測ではありますが、カードの情報は本人の認知が大きく関わっているみたいです。
なるほどの。で、ユウのその後じゃったの。
Anyway, on to the matter at hand. I nod my head, urging him to continue.
現金で100万ほど用意してある。
$1 million. It's a pretty good chunk of money right there. My first reaction is to look around after recovering from my own shock. I'm worried about any lurking burglars overhearing him, but I guess anyone sneaking into that house is in far more danger than those already inside.
選定が終わるまでの約2ヶ月であれば、その金でなんとかなるじゃろ。あの子が選定の後どうするかはわしが関われることではないじゃろ。じゃが贅沢をしなければ記憶が戻った時帰国するくらいの金は残っているはずじゃ。
So, at least he can survive. That's one thing.
そんなにお金を。
Gambling!
選定が始まってからわしが家にある現金をかき集めて売れるものはすべて売り、まあいろいろして集めた金じゃ。
Oh, well, he sold his own shit. He mentioned before that his pension and benefits were his only sources of income right now. He talked about being in debt as well, so I can only assume he went through some shady dealing to gather up that amount. Knowing he did it all for you's sake makes it hard to judge him for it, though.
貯金なんぞ全部使い切ったし、口座も凍結しておったからの。苦労したわい。後のことを構わず家探しをしたんじゃが、片付ける気にもならんでの。家は散らかっていたじゃろ。
He was just like, fuck it, I don't want to clean this. I went through it all, I'm done.
道理で。
I slapped both hands over my mouth the moment I realized what I'm about to say. It might be the truth, but it's so rude to say such a thing out loud.
構わん構わん。というわけじゃ。お主が心配することなど何もありゃせんよ。
He left out a heartfelt laugh. I was gonna say sigh by accident. I can't find the humor in it though, so I just nod.
じゃあの、また夢の世界とやらであったらよろしく頼むぞ。
はい。いろいろとお世話になりました。
世話になったのはこちらじゃよ。
We only made dinner. He shovels back into the house. That's how it should be. Things are looking good for me right now. Even so, I make my way home with a knot in my heart. This was all feels baddie so much. Family, huh? When I get back to my room, my mind drums up images of Shigetsugu and you. Shigetsugu talked about the joy of providing something to another. Was I able to do that for Kaiko? Was I able to do that for Sonya even? You gave Sonya so much! Shigetsugu's elimination during the next election is all but guaranteed. Was I able to provide something for him knowing that would happen? I heard him out and made dinner for you. There's no need to involve myself with any of the participants further than this, and yet I find myself worried about waking up on Monday plagued with regret.
ああ、もう。
Oh my god. I figure I'm best off acting instead of worrying, so I make my way to my computer. What? Rinka? So we did. Oh no, where? Okay, I was like, what? God damn it! Just because of Rinka's fucking personality, it makes us get to know all these goddamn characters. Oh god, wait, can we take a look at the book real quick? Wait, book. There's the book. Fucking. Still this goddamn. Whoop, 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 whoop. Well, you know. Damn you, Rinka. Why must you just have to get involved so much and then make me feel sad when people die? If I didn't feel anything for him, I wouldn't really honestly give a shit if Frederico and Audette, like, we fought them and like, yeah, and we defeated them, divine selection, and they're gone. But, like, I mean, even Alan maybe, but, like, everyone else,